Hello and welcome to American Truck Simulator, Episode 5. As you recall, in the last episode we did wind up in Truckee, and we delivered, I forget what it was, but we did deliver something to Truckee. I think in this episode we will continue our quest to afford our truck and pay our bills. Alrighty, let's take a look at the job market and see what we can find. So we're in Truckee. It looks like there's a one delivery and it's going to Winnemucca. So it's a pretty short run. But it looks like it's valued at about $4 grand, so it'll pay the bills. And let's go ahead and take that. So here we are where we delivered our truck. We dropped our trailer off at Walbert. Now here I'm going to set the parking level of our game. So it's just automatic, so it quits asking us every time we make a delivery. We can just go right in, drop the trailer, end our quest, and then it's hiding right down here in the options tab for the gameplay. I did have a little bit of problems trying to find it here, and yes, it looks like I found it. A little bit of deciding. I decided we're going to do safe parking, which makes it pretty straightforward and quick. We can get it out of the way very easily. And here we go back to getting our trailer. If I recall, we dropped off late night, so we're going to pick it up at the late night. And just turn this truck around here. And I do have the real world mods from Bert, from the workshop, so it'll stay up to date as they improve it. So it improves the signage around the world, and I knew that was going to cause me problems every single time. Wonder what a great way to start the video, running over the wall. Our pickup is right here, just down the street from where we dropped off the trailer, so it's going to be a quick hop. Short, but it does pay the bills. As I said in my last one, I think our bills are right about 2,000. I think in the last video I said they were like 5, so I was off a little bit, but it's not too bad. We're able to take care of all the bills with the income that we have. And hopefully shortly I'll be able to start paying off some of the loans. As I do that, I will be able to think about increasing our loan debt to get us a new shop and start our other drivers, which will bring us some passive income. There's our trailer dead ahead. I mean, this is a really, really short hop. What are we taking? It looks like some sort of machinery on a lowboy trailer. This truck is really kind of nimble without the trailer attached, so sometimes it seems like I back up a billion different times, but I'm just not used to it as an empty truck. Now, I would ask to my subscribers whether or not you think we should upgrade to one of the Logitech control schemes. Here we are looking at the map to figure out the route we want to take, but again, it's a pretty new game. It's a new game, so not all the roads are even close to being discovered. And here we go, getting this route underway. So now my videos might be a little sporadic this next couple of weeks, as I am in jury duty, so I have pardon for the lateness of my videos. Just bear with me. I will try and get one up for each week like I've been doing. They just may come at a staggered rate, so I may put up a couple one day instead of one a week, but I will have the same number of videos. over the course of the time frame. I really want to look and see if I can find someone who's updated the gas stations to an updated gas station. That would be kind of nice. Also, the next video you're going to see, I'm going to be playing in a large panel display. So meaning I will be playing in the case of my video cards, which are ATI, it's going to be in the Infinity setup, and I'm going to have the screen spread across 3 monitors. So the nice thing about that is you'll see the entire truck like you're in the truck, as if you were behind the wheel, but I don't know how well that's going to compress down to a single 1080p display. So I'm going to try that for a couple of times and see how that works. If it compresses it too much, I may go back to a single display, and with the setup you're seeing now. With that, which is kind of funny because I talked about it in my last video, is I have to do some settings changes on my computer to make that work by turning off my SLI or my crossfire. It's kind of a pain. I'll probably do, when I do that, I'll probably do a couple of shows at once just to save me the reconfigure episodes that I do with my computer to get it to work. But that's neither here nor there. You know, this is a pretty short jaunt, but I mean, that guy is hauling. I mean, he just blew by me like I was standing still. We will be going to Nevada, which has some neat speed limit rules. With that meaning that once we reach Nevada, the truck speed limit is the same as the car speed limit. So if this road's posted 70, I can roll 70 with my truck. It really shortens the time you spend in the cab when you're driving back and forth in the deliveries. But it also makes the game a little trickier because the truck isn't as nimble at those higher speeds. And I believe we are now we are now in Nevada, so I should be able to run about 80. I comfortably run my truck probably about 65 to 70. Usually set 65 because then I don't have to worry about the cities I go through. And it makes it really, really, really simple. Again, there's this brake hard before you exit needs to get updated. It just really makes for a bad drive. I'm glad to see that they may have addressed a little bit of it in the new patch. I haven't played much since then. But I also think the patch may have goofed up the crossfire settings within the game and how well that plays, and that might be part of my headache. And here's this guy slowing down to exit the freeway again. It's really quite daunting. It makes for just to change lanes even. Which I can understand that, but most people would brake and exit at the same time, not slow down to speed, then exit. So that kind of breaks the immersion a little bit. We're coming into the early morning twilight hours, which makes the game look pretty. I really do like the sunset and sunrise sections of the game. They really add a dimension to the gameplay. You can see this guy up here braking for some reason. Probably because he was changing into the lane again. Rather than merging, he's dealing with the merging cars up front. Oh yeah, that's right, we're coming into Reno. Reno's got this little section that's it's got some stoplights on the highway and brings you down to like 30 miles an hour for almost no time at all. You'll see me a lot of the time when I get through here. If I don't catch it, I will just blow through here at like 50 miles an hour, even though it's set at like 35. You rarely get caught with a ticket here, but yeah, you can, and I do. I have. But if you get the right lane and you can avoid the turns, you can blow through most of those intersections and not lose much time at all. And that's really one of the trickier parts as far as time frame goes to making a good delivery. I'm not sure about the buildings in Reno because I don't spend a lot of time there, so I can't really talk too much about the skyline they use. But I'm pretty sure it's fairly accurate based on what I see in San Francisco and Sacramento. Here I am trying to creep up to 65 miles an hour or so I can just kind of run at a decent speed, maybe make up a little bit of time. But with such a short hop, it's really not that important. Every time I start playing this game, I want to hear that Willie Nelson song on the road again, but it could be just due to the fact that we are playing a truck sim, and it makes you think like that. Almost does every time I play it. I'm also waiting to see if I can find some casino sign updates to more modernize the casino sign, so they're actually referring to a real casino that you would see if you were to, say, go up to Nevada or go up to Reno or go out to Las Vegas, so you can get the right feel for where you are. And it really does help having the right signs there. It just completely changes the immersion. And of course, now that we've gone through Reno, we're up in the high desert, so the landscape's kind of changed to more desert feel, more cactus, more sand, more scrub brush, more of just about everything. And this is actually one of the prettier sunrises I've seen in the game so far. It's really, really pretty. And they do a pretty good job of getting the shadows right and all of that. I'm looking for a automobile update, so I just don't see old classic cars with modern trucks. I want to see more of this more modern vehicles running around, but I don't know if he's ported that over to the workshop yet. I'm looking for a mod by Jazzy Cat, who's the mod author, and he brings in the more modern cars with their proper logos and their design. It's really kind of a slick update. I believe he even adds in some motorcycles in that, which is kind of a fair way to see things, which is really good. And here we are entering Winnemucca, so we are not too far from our delivery. And I'm probably running about 65 miles an hour, stuck behind this RV. Surprise, surprise. So now we're going to dump off the road here and head into downtown. I believe we have a little bit of blocks to run around before we get to where we need to deliver, but it should be pretty straightforward. I want to haul that. I have not seen those pipe portions come up as a delivery yet, but I really want to haul one. See them all the time, just haven't found the trailer to do that. Got a gas trailer coming through here. I needed to work on maybe looking at picking up a hazmat to change the load variety we have, but I'm actually trying to maximize our income. And I think the way I'm going with the fragile and the on-time cargoes will be our best bet. Here sooner, I'm probably going to take a distance update so we can get further cargo runs which would allow us to make a little bit more money, but also go further between stops, which would help out immensely. Right now in this stage of the game, I really think you don't need more than 3, which would get you like in the 1,000-mile range, and that'll get you a delivery from pretty much any corner of the map to any other corner of the map without much of a headache. And I've only had like 1 delivery in a previous game where I've managed to make that delivery. I'd still like to see protected left turns. I think that's my biggest update I'd like to see. Because it just feels weird sitting through an entire light till it turns yellow and red to make my turn. There's a big caterpillar right there. I see our deliveries in sight. Should be a quick drop off, and then we'll be moving on to what we do next time. Next time I'm going to try and find us a longer delivery run. Hopefully some more money, and we should be able to maybe consider paying down one of those $10,000 loans, which would be, it would help. More profits, less things to consider. There's our delivery spot, so we're going to pull in a little bit and then just crank it over to get to it. Just swing it right on in. I don't know if the braking will be any better when I update my control scheme to a steering wheel and pedals, but I will be able to do the clutch and control all of that. And here we are making our delivery with a perfect stop. Shut the truck off, hit T, excellent delivery, and we made $4,100 and another like 221 experience. It's really worth running those high value cargoes. And we leveled up. What are we gonna take? As I was just talking about the long distance, I'm considering it here, but I think we're going to wind up going with high value and bring up the cost in that, because we do get better runs. I'm either going to grab the high value or the other. Oh, yes, I did go for the longer runs. I wasn't sure. I had my audio not record for this particular session, so as you may have noticed, I've had to voice it over. So let's take a look at the bank and see what our balances are. I have 126,000, and we're paying about $2,500 a day for our loans. I consider repaying it here. Or actually, do I actually do it? Oh, I actually did pay it off there. So we're actually down to $2,100 a day for our loans. And with that, I will leave you until our next delivery, which I'm not sure where that's going to go. Join me for the adventure.